morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm Linda, and this is For the Record, Your Honor, Pro Motocross 2025, Budds Creek National, Vialle QUITS, WMX, and more Kawasaki Jorge Prado drama. So Budds Creek was a bit of a mess, y'all, a shit show, if you will. We have lots to discuss. Tom Vialle ditching Moto 2, confusing penalties, Kawasaki drama with Jorge Prado, what the fans are saying, what the team may be thinking or feeling, Hayden Deegan's next plans, including the rivalry talk with Jet Lawrence, and so much more. Where should I even start? Many of us were looking forward to the weekend for race day, Budds Creek, the final motocross season series round, to see where riders will stand for SMX Supermotocross. The weekend prior, we saw a surprise showing of Ken Roczen, who decided to return apparently for one race, as he did not line up for qualifying or show at any practice for Budds Creek. It has been reported that this is partially due to his injury and recovery, thinking maybe it was a bit too soon. Also, social media accounts for the rider and his wife show that they were actually taking photos, having a family vacation, a mini trip, having fun in the great outdoors. But unfortunately for Kickstart Kenny fans, he did not line up to race this weekend. Most expected to see an entertaining battle between Hayden Deegan and Joe Shimoda, as they have been getting pretty close to each other, not just in points, but literally physically on the track. Fans expected Jet or Hunter to take the win, but many were hoping to see some push from favorites like Eli Tomac and Justin Cooper. And there have been quite a good amount of fans that continue to have hope and faith in Jorge Prado, who has been all the talk lately. I will say, something we did not expect was Tom Vialle to disappear and ditch the race and not line up for Moto 2. Let's see what that was all about. Or at least, what is the statement and reason they are currently providing in regards to his action and decision to sit out. It has been a rough season for Tom Vialle. It hasn't been easy this year. And after finishing 11th in first moto of the day, the Frenchman did not line up at the gate for round 2 of Budds Creek. There have been many rumors and high speculation about his career and next moves. Currently, with KTM Red Bull, he had and the shock issues with KTM was a heavy concern. Vialle posted the following message on his Instagram story. Hey guys, I've seen some stupid shit online since Budds Creek, and I just wanted to clear it up. I haven't quit or anything like that, like everyone knows, and I'm not the only rider in this situation. ... We've been dealing with broken, fading shocks all summer. The team and I see in the data that the shock isn't working properly, and something happened early in the moto. It's been really tough for me the last couple of races with the shock, but I still wanted to keep racing and give it my all, like I always have with my whole career. But after the shock broke once again in Moto 1 at Budds Creek, I decided not to race the second moto for my own safety. I'm sure everyone gets that. KTM and their team are working on it, and I'm confident we'll be good to go for SMX. See you guys there. Now, what was Jorge Prado's excuse for a poor sportsmanship and burning bridges performance that he displayed at the Maryland track? Seriously, at one point, I was like, he's just cruising around. Why is he riding as if it's like a practice in a sight lap? What is going on? This behavior, no me gusta nada. Unbelievable. What a waste of talent and opportunity for everyone. Fans keeping track of things before the race during qualifying were confused why the Kawasaki rider was seemingly placed 43rd. Many started to suspect something was brewing or going on behind the scenes back in the rigs of Kawasaki. Was Jorge fuming still? Did he say fuck it and give up totally, canning everything and not giving a shit about his contract, and promise to give the sport and team a chance, you can't build a great team with trust and be bulletproof under 1 year. It takes time. Kawasaki had put out a press release in response to the confusion, saying that in the 450 class, Prado qualified 43rd after multiple bike changes in both qualifying sessions, but was seeded into the 41st gate pick as the number 70 sits in the top 10 of the championship points standings. At the start of Moto 1, Prado rocketed out from the far outside gate and was pushing wide, but crossed the green flag in ninth. He quickly made key passes on the opening lap to move into fifth and climbed to fourth by the second lap. Prado battled to stay in the top 5, but a few mistakes saw him fall back to sixth. Maintaining consistency around the halfway point, he slipped to seventh and ultimately finished 11th after fighting to stay in that top 10. In Moto 2, Prado once again showed his strong starting third off the gate. He was quickly pushed back to fifth, but stayed competitive with the lead group. But the halfway mark, he had slipped into ninth, and despite consistent efforts, minor mistakes pushed him outside the top 10, resulting in 12th place finish for the Moto, but secured 10th overall on the day and 6th in the Pro Motocross Championship. It's not really that bad. In the press release, Prado commented, "The Pro Motocross season has come to an end, and while it wasn't the year I expected, I'm still thankful for the experience. Coming into the season, my goal was to battle for the championship, win races, and earn podiums. And even though things didn't go as planned, I learned a lot along the way. It was a challenging season, but challenges make you stronger. Now I'm focused on taking those lessons, figuring things out with the team, and coming back ready to fight at the front again." That was a really good statement. But he was more forthcoming on social media. P6 overall in the Pro Motocross standings. It was a very tough season to say the least. Cruising around every single race was heartbreaking for me, especially knowing my capabilities. Never felt comfortable on the bike, not even a bit. This builds to an unsafe feeling on it. Didn't expect this year to go this way at all. Happy to be in one piece and fit. Hopefully we're back where we belong soon. Note, with cruising, I meant that I couldn't ride to my full potential, even though I gave my 100% and had to set myself to ride on a safe speed. Whew. The drama and trouble doesn't end just there. Jorge and the team causing fans to be annoyed and fed up. It has been said that one rumor was that Kawasaki and Jorge found issues and discussed changes that were needed after Ironman to work on and adjust the bike for preparation of Budds Creek. But apparently, allegedly, they did not bother to make them, as they heard Jorge has been speaking with KTM. Another has been said that Jorge will not be riding for Cali, nor at all for SMX. Yet, Pulp MX's Steve Mathis claimed he had heard inside news that he will be, but that was all before Budds Creek and Prado's latest stint on the broadcast, embarrassing and enraging the factory team. Since that press release, things got worse for Kawasaki. Engine builder Dean replied to Prado on Instagram saying, "I call bullshit. I have never in my 35 years seen anyone give up like you. You are not a champion in my eyes. Thank you for nothing. And everyone on this team worked endlessly to help you. And we did not give up like you. Sorry, not sorry." Oh, yikes. This has officially become ugly, and it's all in the public. Speculations now rise about him returning to KTM for Motocross of Nations. Spain is still yet to name their team. As we have been told, the delay is actually because they are waiting to hear back from Jorge and his management. Sadly, Jorge's high anticipated move from Spain to America, from MXGP to Supercross and Motocross in the States, they did not work out the way many had hoped, including Jorge himself. He has been extremely open about his frustration and disappointment in the team and bike over and over again. The team is sick and tired of taking the brunt for all of it and being the blamed answer for all his complaints. Being sixth or so in point standing is respectable, especially for someone who is new to the sports arrangement and style. Prado's public words on what he thinks is the answer to his lackluster debut, he should be more respectful and grateful towards all that have been supporting, rooting, and working for him. I'm really surprised. KTM has had a great relationship with him in the past, and rumors continue to swirl that they are in the talks for possibly a few different reasons and projects. Now, make sure you tell me down in the comments below what you think about all this with Jorge Prado. Was his post uncalled for, disrespectful, or is he in his own right to say so? You tell me. This online exchange is real toxic of a work environment, but also to be closely eyed by the sports elites and higher ups, as this could look and go very bad, not just for them, but the rider and the team members themselves. Trust and respect has been broken. Now let's right off the bat, Jorge was the hot topic, where the broadcast discussed how he almost was going into the LCQ group to qualify for the race. This was surpassed as the rule that the top 10 automatically became 41st for the gate position or some shit. The 450 class was the opener for Budds Creek. Right out the gate, Jet and Brother Hunter had great starts and leads. 25 minutes to go in Moto 1. We have Jet up front, followed by J. Coop, Tomac, and Ferrandis. Prado rocking the pink, the pink that Fox specifically made for him, past Eli Tomac. Down to 22 minutes on the clock, Tomac retaliated and caught up and got in front of Jorge. Hunter Lawrence in sixth was right behind him, but that didn't last long, as, well, we'll say Jorge was in his rear view. Barcia was seeming to stay within the top 10, holding P9 hard. At 17 minutes to go, we saw Prado battle Dylan Ferrandis, who was P7. During all this racing, the host talked nonstop about Prado's on and off the track concerns. This household was happy to see Dylan dropping back. Prado continued to battle with another top pro, Malcolm Stewart, for that 7th place spot. After Mookie was able to pass him, I swear this is when Jorge started to not even try. He was seriously just putting around like it wasn't a race, like it wasn't even important. What the hell was that, you guys? Did you even see that? Did you see what I saw? Seriously, is he kidding? With 12 minutes left in the race for Moto 1, we had Jetson, J. Coop, RJ Hampshire, Hunter, Tomac, Ferrandis, Mookie, Barcia, Prado, and Shock. Eventually, the semi-hometown crowd fave, Cody Shock, passed Prado for 10th. Hunter Lawrence was being shown on the broadcast, and man, you could really respect and appreciate the focus and control he has of that bike. That is definitely one of his perfected skills: control, sturdiness, and ability to adapt to changes quick with speed. After some time of no mention of Prado, the boys in the booth were back at it again. Seriously, if you played the drinking game with Jorge or Prado as the highlighted said word, oh my God, bro, you would have been wasted already. Not even at the end of Moto 1. You would crash. You'd completely be done. Just go home. 5 minutes left, and there was a 7-second gap between first and second place. This is actually mild for Jet. 2 to go. J. Coop was holding it together 8 seconds behind first place. Giving his all, dude needs a win. That's for sure. White flag came out, final lap. Coop gained 2 seconds closer. Prado was back in 11th out of the top 10 grouping. Checkered flag comes out. Jetson wins Moto 1, followed by J. Coop and Hunter. I really thought going into race day, not knowing the drama and situation at qualifying, I expected that Prado would end up at least top 5 in both motos, which would be good for someone new, but his words and actions have ruined any chance of fixing his image, I think. I wasn't able to be present much for the live Saturday because Nitty Gritty and I were spending the weekend with friends, family for our birthdays. Nitty's birthday is the 23rd, and mine is just a few days later. It usually lands on or near the weekend, so we usually celebrate it just all together. So make sure you leave a message and say happy birthday down below. You'll see all the footage soon. Some beautiful views, elevations above the highest peaks, barbecues, pit bikes, fur babies, road trips, monster hill climbs. Yeah, you'll see. Stay tuned. Make sure you are subscribed and hit the bell for all notifications so you don't miss a live video or update. Especially if you are a member of the channel too. You get the sneak peeks, the adventure vlogs, and so-called deleted lives and footage. So now let's get into 250 class, Moto 1. Out front first was Mr. Tom Vialle. Well, Joe passed Deegan right away in a move to block, but eventually Deegan gets even and roosts Joe on the hilltop. When the clock was still showing 28 minutes, a red flag was put out, and the re-racking for a restart was getting prepped to go. The broadcast was not sure what was really going on and who the rider was. They actually accidentally made the error claiming it was Stav Orland. It was actually a Canadian rider, Pranger, on a gas. Panning to the gate lineup, we see Deegan focused and serious. A side note was that to beat Jet Lawrence on overall win status in the record books. After the restart, Tom Vialle gets the whole shot. Number 100, Cole Davies, had second place with Drew Adams behind the leader. The order was Vialle, Davies, Adams, Deegan, Bennick, Shimoda, Hammaker, and Kitchen. I don't know what's been going on with Juju lately, but maybe him and Jorge have been rubbing off on each other. Ooh, that sounded bad. Ignore that. They've been seen spending a lot of time together, and well, neither of them have been doing well. Vialle went down on the outside of a turn while Cole made the pass and took the lead flying. Still with plenty of time to go, Deegan was now second place, seconds behind his Yamaha Star Racing teammate Davies. Twinning teammates, they took over at one point, and they were less than a second apart from each other. They were both gaining speed rapidly. Deegan tried to slide past Cole, battling for the lead, fans going nuts, and eventually Hayden snatched it. Shimoda now in third place behind Cole. During this time, we had some trackside talks from Haley Shanley. I freaking love her. Happy to see her pop in for motocross as she's really busy hosting a lot of other sports and events. Deegan had a 3-second lead, and Joe passed Davies. Vialle at this time was in 5th. Stav Orland was 32nd place. Levi Kitchen in 7th. Shimoda then was losing speed, now 4 seconds behind in 2nd. Newbie 400 Dudney was in 19th. And Julian Beaumier in 13th. 8 minutes left. Joe, 5 seconds behind Hayden. Davies in 3rd, 15 seconds in distance from the lead. Deegan was riding strong and confident. The boys were all slowing down, and Deegan was still full send. In the closing minutes, Hammaker paused, and it seemed like some sort of bike issue. He was seen like checking the chain and sprocket area, and eventually the booth had said that the bike has a restriction problem where its ability to move was just completely shut down. 2 to go, Levi was lurking for a podium spot, but never made the pass. Moto 1 ends with Hayden Deegan as the 5-time champ, 2-time motocross champ. Joe in 2nd and Davies in 3rd. Yamaha and Honda back on top, baby. Deegan was cocky and confident, heard on camera telling the crew that he doesn't get tired. that this was light work. On stage on the mic, he played it cool. Next, they had WMX, which I will be putting out a video and go all over that and all that goodness separately so I can showcase the ladies a little bit more. I like when they have them aired on the broadcast, though. Hopefully, it will help bring more attention and gain new fans for them. Back to the 450s, Prado had a great start, but Hunter stole it. So poor Prado. It didn't last long. Surprise, surprise. Hunter was flooring it. We had Hunter, Jet, J. Coop, Barsha, Prado, RJ, and Mookie. Privateer rider Rod Bell, number 148, was seen in 20th place. The Lawrence brothers were holding the front down, and Weege and JS7 were talking about Jet and Hunter, saying it was said backstage that they actually switched bikes for Moto 2. Local hometowner Cody Schock whipped off his bike, then walked it through a Yamaha banner as it stuck to his tire and hardware. Prado was 16 seconds behind the leader, falling back in 7th. Dylan Ferrandis capping off and staying in the top 10. Rod Bell moving closer to Eli Tomac, who was in 17th. Rob now in 18th. A yellow flag was brought out for a Suzuki rider who was down, just splattered out away from his bike. Petrell eventually got up and was okay. Tomac eventually made it to 10th. Now under 10 minutes to go, Jet was 3 seconds behind his brother, Hunter. And we see Mookie in 6th. Hunter was still flooring it and took the win. 250 Moto 2. The revs were up and the gates went down, and bam, everyone was ripping right away. Vialle didn't line up during the live broadcast. There was no official reason given as to why. Nate Thrasher was leading with Hayden Deegan tailing him, followed by Levi Kitchen and Joe Shimoda. Cole Davies had a rough start, seen back in 18th, as he eventually climbed to 16th. Dudney was in 14th, Austin Faulkner back in P34, and Orland in 20th. Juju had a crash, instantly sleeping out. Deegan has the lead with Shimoda behind him. Red flag comes out and the broadcast went to commercial. Medical crew helped assist Juju off the track. We have another restart. Race rule 4.25, resulting in a staggered restart. Joe and Hayden lined up next to each other on the gate. Around this time, it was reported that 5 riders had jumped or made a pass during the red flag. For Moto 2, Part 2, Deegan had 3-second lead over bike off the track. At one point, Levi Kitchen was in 3rd place with a 12-second gap from the lead, who was pulling away from Wasabi Joe by 6 seconds. Deegan was soaring over them hills. Shimoda started to drop and was 10 seconds behind. Both Joe and Hayden put out a great race. Hayden had proved to the world once again he is the one to beat. It was one heck of an end to the MX series before we move on to Super Motocross. And I will see you there. I'm Linda, and that's for the record, Your Honor.
The stuff you hear up here, you just don't know. Thank you. You paying attention now? What's the problem?
I love you, Mommy. You're just so nice.
Beautiful. Yeah, you are beautiful.
She's a nice lady.
Brandy and Bermuda.
I love you.
The clouds are so unreal.
Wow. That one looks like a butt.
That would look out here. I think it'd be kind of funny if like a town all lives in one building, like they had a high rise on top of a mountain. I believe that big ass mountain over there is New Hampshire. That one way off in the distance. You can see Vermont, New Hampshire, New York.
He probably sees it outside.
Party
Happy birthday.
to you.
Happy
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Adam. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
What's that?
Reese's, s'moresy kind of one, a birthday cake, and like,
Indy, come over here, Indy.
Indy, come on down.
Woo!
Fountain.
That's pretty. Oh, shit!
it's not done.
Oh, wow.
We need another layer of that.
Yeah. Ooh! There we go. Good girl. Damn. Whoa.
I like the layer of snow color.
Wow.
I like old photos and shit.
Yeah.
So they just look cool.
Too.
But another fucking thing, I wanted to build a little stone wall right there because there's so much trash still right there.
Build a whole.
Fucking dancing. Oh my God.
That was the first dude that we watched that almost won.
Oh no, that's a bad spot. He's good.
Yeah, that was good.
You- Come on, Kenny. Okay.
tilled up for these bikes now or something. Think you beat that to me? Tim can beat that. Stop go base. That's a 150.
Shimmy, shimmy. Oh, help him, help him, help
I
him.
feel like that's the guy. There used to be a guy that'd always be wearing jeans and a leather jacket. I feel like that's him, but he always had a Yamaha back in the day.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be so
No.
Pretty sure I see my guy.
Ooh, it's hot.
It's fucking deep. Deep mouse. Randy Mouse would be proud.
All right. Footage is wrapped. You can still hear him in the background. There's no water. It's all dried up. So weird looking when it's like this. Indy likes to jump and run and play and swim in there. We're just walking to my bike. Maybe we're not done. There she is. All right.
Blinds, go ahead. That inside turn, old Timmy's turn there is no good.
Oh boy.